my sound
favorite part
effect
of the
for the
show.
coaching hot board as it slides up here.
Wait, the sound effect has to be Corey.
Fired. I don't think I can play. I don't know if we have a
fire. Yeah, we need that fire.
We need it. We're gonna put that in the Stadium and Gale intro when it happens. All right, guys, who's let's talk coaching. Let's talk coaching. Kalen DeBoer off.
Tough.
Who would I
Tough
take
day for
off?
Kalen DeBoer. Also, let me point this out. Florida,
oh boy, can't wait.
Not the only team to send two guys in the same jersey number out on special teams. Shout out to Alabama for joining that party. Losers. And shout out to that Alabama DB. Hilarious. He's mad. Vanderbilt had just gotten a first down. He throws his mouthpiece farther than Graham Mertz can throw.
I like that kid, man.
He walks over to the ball. He kicks it. The part that sent me, though, is turns, sees the ref, and he fakes throwing a flag. He's like, I know it. You go ahead and throw it. Loved it. Hilarious.
I rock with that jit, bro. Hey, we got kids on our team that'll get their ass
from South Florida. That kid has to be from South Florida.
Our players get smacked and go clubbing, and go do Q&As with the cuties at the club afterwards, bro. So I don't mind seeing players mad that they're losing to Vanderbilt, bro. Like, I like it.
This is funny. Tennessee fans have their ways at pilot gas stations. I'm sure that's happened. I wish I could find it. I don't have Facebook anymore. I had an old photo of when I went to the Tennessee game in 2008. There's the most illustrious mullet that I've ever seen in my life by some guy that was working that game. Big week in college football. I saw a listicle today of coaches that have struggled recently. And Lincoln Riley joined the same list that Billy Napier did of being 5-7 in their last 12 games. Corey, I know you were high on Lincoln.
I dropped him. I thought I seen that list. If you're on the same list as Billy Napier, I got to drop you either off the list or down the list. So I moved Lincoln down to my number 5 spot. Okay. I just seeing him with the same record over the last 12 games as Billy Napier, 5-7. That's egregious. Okay.
So it seems to me like you may have a list in front of you. Is that true?
Somewhat. Yeah. I'll just remodel it a little bit. I got no particular order. I'm still working on this thing, man. Lashlee made an appearance. Rhett Lashlee. I like what he's doing at SMU. He gotta.
He's going to want to call his plays.
Yeah.
Trust him more to.
Just adding some context. If he comes, he's going to be calling his plays.
Yeah, so it's. Overall, I do want my head coach to relinquish play calling, but if Lashlee's coming in with that offense where he's at age wise, like I won't mind if he come in and call it out the gate, and then eventually find his OC.
I think the difference is you'd be hiring him because of his play calling, whereas you hired Billy to build a system, not because of his great Saturday X's and O's.
Yeah, no, Billy's not making his paychecks he's making it off of like more recruiting and having more talent out there in Louisiana and dominating teams in that fashion. But Lashlee's offense, he's just putting on like it's fun to watch. It's explosive. He evaluates talent well. He has to at SMU. I think he's gonna have a shot to win the ACC. It's gonna come down to probably them in Miami. I think SMU beats Clemson. And I don't even think it's going to be a tough game. I think they handle Clemson pretty strong. I like his quarterback. I like his receiver room. Even the backup scrubs that he brought over from Miami, the guys that didn't pan out there, they're doing okay over in SMU. So I got him. Wasn't on the list, but I had to add him. What do you guys think about Lashlee?
I asked. Let me pull this up. I'll read a quote. I won't say who it's from, but I asked somebody out there in Texas about him, who covers SMU. And I said, what do you think about Lashlee?
Was it Trav? He's in Dallas.
Okay. No. I was like, what do you think about him in terms of coming here? He said, is he ready for an SEC head coaching job? And they said, I do and I don't. He wants to call plays, so he'll really need to hire a top-level staff, which some of the guys on his staff right now could be brought with him, but probably shouldn't be. He's a really good recruiter, understands the landscape really well, though. He'd be someone you'd want to grow with.
I need a win with. All right. So I don't know enough about Rhett Lashlee to give an opinion yet.
I like him a lot. Young guy,
yeah.
too.
I know he's a young guy. I remember he was at Miami, right? Before he's offense coordinator at Miami.
Yeah, he made Tyler Van Dyke actually look like an NFL quarterback. Yeah. The only if I got anything unknown is, first of all, I would like more head coaching experience. Another thing too, I don't know, as a recruiting guy, like what's his chops? You know, how good is he as a recruiter? So those are my 2 question marks with him. This list is not in order as well. I do still like James Franklin.
Okay.
I think he puts together great staffs. And personality wise, there's still some things to be desired there, but I like the way he hires. I like the way he recruits. I know they want to get out of Pennsylvania a little bit. That staff is probably getting a little complacent out there. So got him high on the list.
Okay.
He may be one if I had a list right now, to be real with you. Lane, he's not having the greatest of season, even though they smacked South Carolina. I think Beamer is an absolute idiot. I don't know why he still has a job at USC. Like, he just gave that game away right out the gate. Yeah. That guy he's not Beamer ball. He's embarrassing the family's name. He shouldn't even call it Beamer ball. Yeah, it's loser ball. Like, he went for a crazy 4th down in his own territory. Crazy situation, but not Lane
on the scrimmage too. Like, it wasn't even a good play.
Lane offense is something, I don't know, it could be Jackson Dart. It's just something I'm not liking and feeling about the offense and the way he's play calling right now. He's still on my list, but he's a little further down the list.
All of these names have not been removed from my list
Not
either.
to switch topics, but I have removed Jackson Dart from my Dolphins next quarterback hot board.
Oh, very good.
It should have never been on it. You had Dart on your board?
Listen, still need Tua to medically retire so we can get some money back, but Jackson Dart's been removed.
Adam Schefter, I think, said that retirement is not in Tua's vocabulary right now.
Well, you know,
probably because of all the concussions.
Based on the head trauma, there's probably not a ton in the vocabulary.
Keep playing.
All right, so we got Rhett Lashlee.
Not have a vocabulary if you keep playing ball.
Potatoes.
We got Lashlee, Franklin, Kiffin.
Yeah, I see people putting Marcus Freeman and also Dan Lanning. I just think they got great situations, and leaving those situations to come to Florida would just be a lack of mental health, and self-love to take the Florida job, considering they're at Notre Dame and Oregon and things are rolling kind of smooth. And we still got some administrative things to figure out. So I don't see those guys leaving that situation. I still have Lincoln Riley on the list. He's just pushed down. I think that's a mutual situation out in USC. I think he don't want to be there and they don't want him there. And he's going to be looking for somewhere else to go. So I wouldn't mind still giving him a look. But if you're on the same list as Billy, I got to push you down towards the bottom of it. Kings, Cliff Kingsbury, still on my list. I like that offense, like what he's doing with Jaden Daniels. Texas Tech, a lot of people bring up his time there. All these coaches are growing. They're all young. I don't think any of them have hit their prime. So I still got him on the list because I know what he could do with Lagway and the offense it could be next level.
Leading
still
the number one scoring offense in the NFL right now with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I just don't see him leaving the NFL. What he's doing with Jaden Daniels, he'll get another head coaching opportunity in the NFL.
100%.
And the quality of life as an NFL.
And then people telling me I'm crazy for having him on my list.
No, have him on the list. I just don't think he's
leaving. An NFL job.
Yeah. I don't think it's crazy to have him on the list. I just don't think it's crazy in the sense that I think he won't go back to college.
Don't blame him. Love yourself, bro.
But in terms of being on your list, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he also Jeff Braun was on there, but I don't know if he leaves Louisville and then Lashlee put hands on that boy.
Yeah. I don't think
SMU's
Jeff Braun's going to leave Louisville. He left Purdue to go to Louisville. He's played at Louisville, did really well at Louisville. I think he's going to stay there. He's got some good recruits coming in. I think he's going to stay. The name everybody wants to talk about is Curt Cignetti, who's at Indiana, previously James Madison. I think age is a factor there right now.
Yeah, if you would like the next coach to be here for the long haul, Curt Cignetti will be 70 in less than a decade.
Yeah. A little ageism.
Sorry about that.
I'm just going to.
You body shamed. I was
HR. No, HR will too. You can talk to HR about your ageism issues, Nick. I'm not HR, so you can talk to them.
Okay.
Directly.
I will be throwing you and your body shaming under the bus.
Indiana is having a good year. I think that Indiana is going. I think that Indiana is a great spot for him. And I think that he's going to probably stay at Indiana. I don't know if Florida's going to kick those tires. They've not historically kicked tires on older coaches either, like in really any sport. By the way, shout out to Roland Thornquist, the women's tennis coach. After 23 years, announced his retirement. So best of luck to him. He was on the show a few years ago. I don't know if he loved being on the show, but he was still on. Appreciated that.
All jokes aside, I like Indiana's team, and what he's doing out there. But I think age, him having to recruit in Florida, personality wise, I watch a lot of his interviews. I don't know if it's a good mesh for a lot of different cultural things, but he's doing okay out in Indiana. The style of that offense, I also don't know if that style of play is what will work with our fan base, but he's winning. He's doing okay out there. Just age, bro. He's 63 years old, bro. Like pop can't be on the trail trying to land 5 stars in Miami. It's just not going to work. Cristobal is going to come in there. You're going against Kirby, guys that are just a little bit younger, cooler, and all of that. And also, I think you got to hire a coach that's going to keep the Lagways in the fold. All the names that I'm naming are guys that have reputation with handling quarterbacks, getting quarterbacks drafted, offense, and also a splash type hire. You want to try to keep as much as his talent. And if you bring Cignetti and he don't keep the talent, now he got to go hit the portal and recruit off of his name and his age. I don't think
he's recruiting off his age. Yeah.
What?
I think
bro, he's old.
HR called.
Yeah, let's go. Me and Corey are walking in there like stepbrothers in tuxedos.
Yeah.
HR. Ready to talk to HR.
Bro. Yeah.
I don't make this call. I'm not HR. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man. No, I mean, I think we all have the same concern. I think Curt Cignetti, could be a great coach, and who knows, maybe a school will give him an opportunity. I just don't know if I see that at the University of Florida. Any other names out there? So I think Corey
McElwain vibes with Cignetti, man. Just
bro, shout out to Mac. Put some respect on my guy's name.
We're not going to put any respect on Jim McElwain's name.
Put some respect on my guy Mac's name.
I won't.
Best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches the Gainesville scene has ever experienced.
That's neat.
Who's the coach that did the worm?
Offensive line coach. Shoot.
No, tight end.
Nord, right. Greg Nord, the worm.
Greg Nord did the fucking worm in my locker room, bro.
You had LA Fitness personal trainer Mike Kent. I saw more Florida Gators at Gainesville Health and Fitness when Mike Kent was the strength coach than I've ever seen. And they were not chasing cuties. They were actually trying to get a workout in because they were not.
100%.
Let's see. Chip Kelly. Don't see Chip Kelly.
No, thank you. No, thank you. What was JP's list?
I think the same people.
He had him landed. He had him ordered.
Yeah, he did. Oh, here it is. It's super chat. That's my bad. My bad, JP. My board's James Franklin, then Dan Lanning, then Marcus Freeman. Strickland gets the pick. Brom, Cignetti, and Lashlee.
Lanning is not leaving Oregon.
I don't think Marcus Freeman's going to leave. I don't think Dan Lanning's going to leave. I think that James Franklin. I think if James Franklin were to leave, it would be because he wants a different challenge. Right? They're 5-0 right now. One of a few teams that's undefeated this season. But does he leave for something if he doesn't get to cross that hurdle?
Ohio State and Michigan.
Same with Ryan Day.
Well, Michigan doesn't look like Michigan, but Ohio he cannot beat Ohio State. He has not beaten Ohio State. I think he's like 1-8 in the 9 years he's been up there. James Franklin.
Oh yeah, no, he can't.
I think he's like 1-8 against Ohio State. But yeah, maybe. Listen, the Big Ten in the SEC.
Jed Fish pulled the upset. Well, I guess they were technically favored by like 1, but not a game that I thought was going to go Washington's favor.
What's Jed Fish's record right now?
Jed Fish has a large buyout.
No, I need him to
Just
lose. I
got
don't want him. I just want to make sure he keep losing so we don't hire him.
Let's see. They are. Sorry. It wants to give me their all-time record. I don't care what their all-time record is. 4 They're 2-1 in the Big Ten. Fish can stay away. Yeah, I'm not going fishing for fish. You know what I mean?
You've already experienced one fishy head coach.
Best peanut butter and jelly sandwich in Gainesville. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lauren, I like Nick Savage, but I really like Tyler Miles. I think if you can keep Tyler Miles, you should. But
I got to see more out of Tyler Miles. I've got a large injury report that I haven't seen in 2 weeks. But I've got a large injury list and some players that haven't come back.
Now, if you were the AD, would your first question to the potential hire be, how many offensive line coaches do you feel is necessary for your program?
James Franklin got one. That's all we need.
Yeah, former Florida Gator legend Phil Trotwine.
Yeah.
Phil.
Running down on shit, man. Get Phil back to the Ville, bro. Look at that staff. The offensive coordinator they got from Kansas. I loved him at Kansas. Excited on that staff. Penn State staff is one of the best staffs in the country. You know, people has a little flack to say when I said James Franklin, but that staff is top notch. When he lose guys, he had Manny Diaz before as his DC, and now Manny's going, but he hires very well, bro. Straight up.
Yeah. No, I mean he's got a good name. There is some question marks, but there's question marks about any coach. Every coach. There's not that next coach like Urban Meyer was that next coach. Who are those names that are out there that don't have blemishes on their record? Everybody's going to have a blemish. Everybody's going to either be not experienced enough. They're going to struggle with having won some games. They didn't win a national championship. You want to get a national championship coach that is going to probably be out of a job and go get Mac Brown, right? But there's 3 coaches right now, Dabo Swinney, Kirby Smart, and Mac Brown that have won a national championship. So everybody's going to come with some blemishes, and you have to figure out what do we value in a head coach.
Yeah.
Number of offensive line coaches.
Yeah, we need offensive line and just stability and somebody that can hire very well and competence. Like you said, everybody's going to come with some type of flaw. If you go with Lane Kiffin, who's the most popular name, like he's crashed out at several stops. Like Lane Kiffin is at Ole Miss for a reason. He was at FAU for a reason. He's one of the brightest minds in college football and football in general, but he's crashed out at USC. He's crashed out at Tennessee. He's crashed out at the Raiders. He left Bama and everybody wasn't satisfied with how he left there. Like every one of these coaches is going to have, like Lincoln Riley has the same 12-game record as Billy Napier. You know, like we could continue to go down the list. Everybody on that list is going to have some type of blemish. So you just got to like Dan said, you know, pro, cons, and then choose from there.
Yeah. Nick Saban's not there waiting to be poached or Nick Saban type. Dan Lanning is not going to come to Florida, right? You have to be realistic about the situation that you find yourself in too with what Florida has ahead of them, right? They don't have a fantastic roster of proven players that somebody's taking over because somebody retired, right? Kalen DeBoer, I know that they lost, but he took over a situation that things were going really well. You're able to poach a really high-level guy into that role. Florida's going to probably have to they're going to have to pony up, I think, a bunch of money if they go after James Franklin, because Penn State's not poor. They're going to want to try to keep him around. So what does Florida look for in their head coach? What do the fans want? And then ultimately it has to all work out. So,
yeah. No, I think shout out to JP. I know we got to wrap up. We're over 2 hours. But I think Franklin was interested in the job last time. I don't know if the interest was mutual last time. We ended up with Billy Napier.
It was Billy Napier the entire time.
Which is sad.
I like Mud. Get Nick. I'm assuming he means me as head coordinator.
No.
No. Because he says Dan and Silk is DC, OC. I don't know who's doing
what. He's talking about Nick Saban. You should.
No, he's talking about me.
With the famous coach.
Put Mud Kip plays up. Put Mud Kip plays up.
That's
Nick
nuts.
just said we're gonna lose the UCF. You trust him to lead the program? That's nuts, man.
Trust me to earn that buyout. Trust me to earn the buyout, and you'll never see me again. I'm out of here. My daughter's
All right,
gonna be
I'm
in
I'm
gold
in.
diapers.
Then I'm in.
Gone.
I'm in if we never have to see you again. All right,
Sign
guys.
me up for the buyout.
Yeah, he was talking about you. Talking about big dog Nick Delatorre.
That buyout's gonna be cash money.
All right, guys, we're at the end of the show.
Man. He's gonna go full damn.
No.
Lose.
Not trying to lose. I will do everything in my power to not be fired for cause. First in the building, first with my feet up on the desk, checking Twitter. I will have. Listen, you guys will have great conversations about me.
I'll take the NIL and GM role, man. That's
bag dropper. We're just gonna call it bag dropper.
Yeah. Let me finance all this shit, bro. We'll get it popping real quick. We won't miss a 5-star if I'm in charge of the budget. I promise you that. We'll be broke, and then Nick won't win us no games.
Yes, that's fine. We'll be broke. The cupboard will be full for the next guy, and I'll be spending the UAH checks. Yeah,
I'll be on my life wallet bag, bro. I'll be just like Ruiz. We getting all the 5 stars, all that, bro. I'm talking greasy on the timeline. I'm on Spaces talking greasy and just landing commits, bro. 100%.
I see it. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Before we leave, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Share. Everybody be safe with the hurricane. Don't do anything stupid.
Sure.
And I think I've got something to we skipped it last week.
And if you're driving to evacuate, be safe driving. The roads are already clogged up. I was hearing from people stuck on 75. So if you're in an evacuation zone, please evacuate. And as you're doing that, be safe. Take your pets with you. It's always crazy to me.
Yeah.
When
that's crazy.
Every time you get a hurricane like this, you hear about like dogs, cats like left in houses. Take your pets with you. What are you doing?
Be safe. Be smart. Don't try to think that you can beat the hurricane. You can't. Just do what you have to do. Hunker down.
Are you leaving then?
Yeah, tomorrow morning. Okay. Evacuating out of my evacuation zone A. I shouldn't get the storm surge all the way up to where I live. I don't live that far from the water, but it kind of just, the road. Anyway, but yeah, so I'll be in a safe spot tomorrow. It's kind of like, if you're a white dude like me and you go to the beach and like wear sunscreen, you can't beat the sun. You can't beat the hurricane, right? Just do what you got to do. Keep yourself safe. Want to see each and every one of you next week on this show. And who knows, maybe we'll do a pop-up show. I don't know. Right.
What are the odds that the game don't get played for a hurricane? What you guys, y'all want to?
100%. The game's in Tennessee.
Oh, we still got to travel.
They have already met. They met Sunday night and Monday morning. Billy was a little late to his press conference.
No surprise.
Making contingency plans for this weekend.
So the UF campus, I think, is closed
Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, so the players won't have to deal with classes. They would be traveling on Friday anyway, so I don't think that's too much. I wouldn't be surprised if they headed out early. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow night they head out. You just don't really know where the storm's going to go, and that wind field